What's up, Ride Warrior is back again playing Planet Coaster. We're going to continue construction today on the White Thunder Station, and I will finally name it as such. Okay. So last time I mentioned that I wanted to do something a little bit different here. So I am going to destroy these. Oh, not those. Okay, so that's where the limit is. I'm gonna destroy these. Okay, so basically this is the area that we have. I'm gonna get into first person. So this is the area we sort of have to do something different with the roof, because of those other roof pieces that have the lights on them. So I think I want to raise that up a little bit. But first, I think I do like the idea of doing another tier of lights. I think it'll give the building a little bit more, just a little bit more depth and detail and a little bit of a nicer look. I thought about putting, so here's your roof decoration. I thought about putting something like that in there, but maybe we will at some point, but not right now at this moment. I'm not sure I'm completely loving the way that looks at the moment. Anyway, we're definitely going to do something with this at some point. I just don't know what yet. I think we're probably going to end up building it off of this front piece at some point, even if it's double, to see what we can do about making that centered on the building so that we've got a nice, oh, see, that's centered right there. See, that looks pretty good right there. We're definitely gonna have to do something with that for sure. Okay, well, in the meantime, let's continue with these lights here. We wanted to, I think we did white for the whole thing. Right there. Looks good. And then we want this to be our teal lights, and these to be our yellow lights, I think. Yes, okay. So now let's go. Oh, see, we can even build things. We can build things out like this. Yeah, we're definitely gonna have to do that. I don't want to build it super far out, but I would like it to come out a bit. See, that would look really cool to just sort of come out from there. And it's clipping on the top, but I mean, from player height, you're not actually ever going to see that. We could build it out like there, because we know that our path is going to come out that way. It just has to be on this side of the building. That doesn't have to be duplicated on the other side. There's no real reason to, because nobody's ever going to be walking back there. Is that lined up with sort of the entrance? Yes, it is. It's sort of just off of the entrance, and that's just off of the exit. So that's good. That's where I want it to be. We'll do that, and will that fit in there? Is there one bit of overlap? Oh no, that slides in there perfectly. Okay, so that just goes to show you that I can try and convince you that I had some sort of clue as to what I was doing there. And we'll probably put some more columns in there at some point as well. Yeah, maybe we'll see how we can make that look. I mean, the underside of this is going to look slightly weird, but the good thing is it doesn't really give off a ton of light. We could probably afford to come out one more. I'm thinking, does that make it look better? It probably does. So we'll go with it. Yeah, we'll come out one more. Okay, and we'll rotate. You know what? Actually, since I know that it lines up perfectly, I'll just build it off this way, since I know that that corner piece is going to line up perfectly there and be where I want. Yeah, and I think that's okay, because now we can sort of build off this weird this towery part and have it look real nice, and then we'll do something off of the front side of the building to sort of figure out what we want to do as far as the paths go. I mean, we want to do something with that. So now as far as this piece goes, let's rotate, and so this is where we're at right now, and this is sort of, so if I move in, and I've got the grid as small as it can go, so if I move this in just one piece, again, this is for the visual from this is more of the visual from the ground, because obviously the aerial, it's going to look slightly clunky, but I think this is going to give us a pretty cool kind of look from the ground, if what we saw at the end of the last episode was any sort of indication. So we'll go here, and of course, yep. Okay, we'll just have to deal with some overlap there, which is fine. Overlap there, which is fine. Good. Good. That slips in perfectly there. Oops. If I place it in the right spot. It's good there. Good there. And good there. Okay. So let's go down now to player height. So now I've got sort of this type of look. So yeah, I've got sort of the double tier, and when I'm approaching from farther away, I can see the dual colored lights there. Let's change our lighting to 7 p.m. So yeah, we've sort of got that look there, and it looks very sort of 50s diner like, but that's okay. So now, and it's sort of a shame, you sort of lose that yellow line if you're up close to it, but if you're over here, you see it. So that's actually pretty cool. That's what it sort of looks like from off in the distance, and that's going to be great looking. Okay, so now let's see what we can do. Let's go back to 2 p.m. Oh, let's enclose our roof first off. Whoa, got shot off into space there. Because I switched from first person and then sort of forgot the controls that I was using. So I think what we'll do is, actually I'm going to go back into first person and get into the station. Because I want to do like a nice tiered thing with the roof here. And I think, does it sit on top? No, it sort of hovers. It sort of hovers, which is interesting. Now, from player height, you would never notice that. It's kind of interesting the way that works. I think what I'm actually going to do, because player height's like down here, so you would never be able to look up and see, you would just see that it's sort of tiered in that weird sort of way. Maybe what I will do, just to sort of complete want to be white. Okay, so by doing that, I sort of close in that roof. And I don't think I interfere with anything out here. I do not. Okay, so what I'm going to do is get out of first person. Now I want to go back into first person, I think. I want to get down a little bit more, I think. I want to sort of just put these into place. And I'm concentrating here, so I'm not really talking through this piece, but you can see what I'm trying to achieve at this point. I'm just sort of trying to close that off, so that from the inside it's sort of like a fully realized design. There's no shortcomings in it, and I think it'll probably be okay. I can't. It's quite cold in my house tonight. And I'm sitting on my my couch in my upstairs sort of living area, and the heat has kicked on. I have electric baseboard heat, which is quite popular in the southern tier, central New York area, because it's quite inexpensive and it's quite effective. So I can't tell if you can hear it kicking on or not, because I'm sitting right next to one of the units. It's actually I have a blanket at the moment, and it's actually getting quite warm. So let's see here. That looks pretty good. And I think this is going to look pretty good from underneath here. Yeah. So it'll give us the opportunity to do something as far as lighting goes here. So why don't we close this off now on the top side. Okay, so now from the underside, from inside the station, we've got sort of this look, which is very, very cool. So we can put some lights and stuff on the underside here. We'll probably put another column or two over on this side as well, just so that it's being fully supported. Maybe we'll put another column in these areas. I'm not sure. Maybe we will. Maybe we won't. We shall see. But this is starting to look pretty good at the moment. So why don't we come back out to the midway side and sort of figure out what we're going to do with sort of this accent piece. We'll do the fencing and stuff a little bit later. I really, really want to use this piece. It's white. It's white. And then we're going to have to make a decision here as to which side is which. Yeah, I don't think it matters much. And this is an interesting piece. Like, where I can't tell how it's going to go. And I can't really tell how I want it to go. So on the ground. So when I'm on the ground, it wants it to do like that. then when I do that, it sort of rotates. I can't tell what it should actually be doing. And I think that's actually like a good centered piece right there. But I think that's only because it's going to the top of the roof. So there we go. So it at least snapped there. It's just a roof decoration. And it looks real nice. I'm sort of experimenting more than anything at the moment. Okay, so it does have the advanced duplicate and move feature, or the duplicate and move feature, so I can sort of do that and have them align with one another, so that's good. I may need to do something like that. Let's get rid of that. Let's get rid of you. And I don't like where you're at the moment there. I think it kind of needs to go on the top, and it needs to sort of go like that. And then, so I know that's centered. Oops. So I know you're centered on the building, right? Yeah, you're centered on the building. So the question is, if I do this, I pull you outwards. I know you're centered on the building. I can sort of have you right there. And that looks kind of cool. And I guess the question is there a wall piece that allows me to sort of support you differently? You moved. I'm not quite sure what I want to do with that yet. I know I want to use it. I just don't know where. Let's get rid of it for now. So let's maybe do... Let's get rid of you. I think it'd be really neat to use some of these. It'd be really neat to use some of the... Oh, see, that might look kind of cool. It'd be cool to use something like that. The column is interesting. The drive-through diner support, I mean, that's really cool looking too. I just don't know if it's sort of, as much as it's part of this building set, I don't know how much it actually fits in with what we're trying to do here. Although, if I rotate, I mean, that's kind of neat. So, I mean, I could do something like that and sort of bring it down, bring it down, bring it down. Like right there. Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm not really liking that as much now. I want to be able to do arches, framework, decorations. So there's no World's Fair. Oh, getting tired. Excuse me. So there's no World's Fair diner decorations. There's these signs. Is this customizable? Oh, it is. Oh, so it's like that. Set advertised destination. Oh, well that's interesting. Heh. That's kind of neat. Yeah, maybe there's... Is that lit? If that's lit, probably have some use for it. No, it's not lit. This one's probably... Well, maybe not. No, you probably gotta put some spotlights on it or something. Okay, let's do... See, this is... See, I knew sort of the general look that I wanted, and now I'm sort of struggling with how to do the detail pieces, and I'm just sort of discovering things. Cues... What kind of cue do we want? I think we want just a standard cue. See, the blue is quite nice. It doesn't quite fit with what we're going for, though. So we've got standard asphalt. I don't really know that I like it being completely dark like that, though. I think we can change that later, though. You're auto-connecting. Are you auto-connecting? I don't want you to auto-connect. Oh, because you're coming off the exit. So we'll do that, and then I want this to sort of... Nope. I want that. And I want you to come down like that. And I think, actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn off the curved slopes so that it stops doing this. And of course, you did it anyway. Let's see here. Let's get out of first person. There we go. Control is a good thing. Ooh. Yeah, see, so I have this problem where the whole thing is actually too close to the path, and it's not by much, but it is a problem. So, you know what that means, folks. We're gonna move the whole thing. I'm gonna move the whole thing just ever so slightly. Move is M, so I'm going to click move there. Oh no! What happened there? Uh-oh. Well, Houston, we've got a problem. So, apparently, did I... Okay, so there's a bit of an edit here. Because I started working on sort of the path and the queue that was coming off of the entrance and exit, and I started building, you know, sort of a queue over here, and I sort of discovered partially through that I wasn't really fond of what I was building. So I think I'm going to edit sort of that part out and just sort of go back in here and continue to work on this building here until I know exactly what it is that I sort of want. So I think one thing that we definitely got to do is we got to put some more columns over here first. Let's see. How do we want to place these columns here? Do I want them just to be along the back there? I suppose they can be. There's really no reason for them to be. Oh, because we can put a fence over there then at some point. Our entrance and our entrance and things are different colors. Let's see if we can we make our entrance sort of a standard asphalt. Oh, we have to do that with the Q. Oh, that is standard asphalt. Gray. We've got gray. We can do that. We can make it the blue Q. I mean, that looks kind of neat with the blue bit. Turn my phone off here. I mean, that looks kind of neat with the blue bit. Sort of blends in a little bit, but I think we'll do the gray for now, just because I think it looks best. And we'll figure out what we're going to do with that a little bit later. Let's edit the building. Super laggy. Okay, there we go. I'm gonna go to the diner building set to start. What do we want? I mean, I definitely think I want the column inside the ceiling. I definitely want a column. Do I want more than one column, or can I deal with just the one? I kind of feel like it needs two. So the spacing is going to be a bit of a weird try, but let's give it a shot. So we've got the diner pillar. We want to make it white, and did we also make this sort of our? Oh no, we want that white. We want this gray, and we want this to be teal, and this to be the yellow, I think. So click OK. Zoom out. Yeah, that's good. Okay, so, oh, well, we can do that and that. So that's not too bad. They're not quite centered, but as far as snapping goes, they're pretty good locations. I mean, I wish they were sort of evenly spaced, but it's going to take a while to sort of eyeball that. So we'll just do it this way instead. I think it's okay. So let me try and get as close to in line with the center of this pillar as I can. And then I'll sort of just turn around and look straight down at that one. And we'll try and get it as close as we can. How's that look? Move over here. I mean, that actually looks pretty good for just sort of eyeballing it. Yeah, I think we're going to go with that. Okay, so that's good there. So now we've got some columns on the back side. Whether or not we have columns on the front side, I think we'll definitely have to have them. But we've sort of got to figure out where they're going to go. So let's get rid of those. And this is starting to come along somewhat nicely here. Can you see those on the back? I mean, you can't because they're right there. Oh, but the lights sort of cover them up. So we're looking good so far. Now, this piece here, what are we going to do about... Oh, that's sort of clipping through there. That's... What is that? What is that yellow piece? Is that the lighting? It's a little odd how it's clipping through there. I don't quite get how it's working. Oh, it's the yellow from the underside, from the other piece. Oh, that's fine. We'll deal with it. Okay, so now I sort of have to figure out. Now I have to sort of figure out the paths and everything, and I'm sort of confused about how I want this to work. I think I want the exit over here, and I think I want the entrance over here. But I also want some sort of pillar in the middle to sort of break it up of sorts. And I don't know what I want to use to sort of do that. I don't know if I want sort of this texture out front here and sort of have it... Let's paint this the right color first, and maybe we can sort of fly by the seat of our pants and get something that looks good. I might have the teal and yellow switched. Yes, I do. So let's switch those. I made a queue and sort of like an entrance path and everything, and then like an entrance archway, and I wasn't really feeling it. I struggled quite a bit with getting something that I was even willing to accept, and then at the end of it, I was just like, no, I don't really like that. So I kind of did away with it. I'm thinking, is this supposed to be white? No, it is supposed to be that dark gray. Okay, which is that gray. Okay, so now I could come off of here. I'm trying to think of my options here. I could sort of come off of here and do that. And that might be nice, to do that and pull it off there. Let's see, because how does that align with that overhang? Yeah, that aligns pretty nicely. So if I do that, had to sneeze there. Excuse me. If I do sort of that and have it come off in the same sort of way, I think I can move the entrance and exit so they're not like quite as awkwardly there. Okay. So there's this shop front idea, which is interesting, because I could put this here sort of in the middle, and that could sort of be, it could look like an old school ticket booth, but it could actually be maybe like a gift shop of sorts. And that would be kind of neat, I think. Oh, and maybe what I want to do is I want to have the exit come down. Let's place that there for a moment. That's neat looking, because that's the shop front. We've got the diner window, which looks okay. We've got the diner middle window. This is sort of the diner end window. So this is, and I think what I'm going to do is, I've kind of been thinking about this. I think I'm going to do this as like a 1950s themed area, sort of as if this is like as if the park maybe originated in the 1950s and it had this carousel out front, and then it sort of went into this 50s themed area, and these other areas, maybe, maybe the left side where the older coaster is going to go is sort of like the initial where the park started in, the 20s, and then, it was revitalized in the 50s, sort of have a story along with the park, I think. Yeah, so I kind of like the idea of doing that and having, let's just check something. What do we have as far as gift shops go? That's fantastic, Just a Memento, Looney Balloons. So if I do a Just a Memento, I can shrink it. Oh no, it needs to be up higher. Right there. So I could have like a gift shop right out in front of the ride. That would be pretty neat. I actually sort of like that. So there would be a gift shop for White Thunder right out in front of it, and we could sort of enclose it in off the backside and everything. Yes, I like that idea. So we know that shop is sort of going to fit right there. So let's figure out what we have to do with the paths now. Let's go back to the building. This is the doorway. I mean, which looks nice, but you know, it's got that sort of thing underneath. So by hiding that lower part of the building for the station and everything, I'm gonna be able to have this, you know, pieces sort of sitting where they actually are supposed to. So a potential restaurant is actually going to have the right, you know, different colors and everything. So I can do this sort of thing. And then that sort of thing right there. So now we can have our gift shop there. And then we've got to figure out what we're doing with these exit paths. And I think this is going to be good. Because I can put lights and stuff down here. And it won't look super awkward. Because what I want to do is I also want to have, can I do like some sort of vertical decorative piece? Diner wall. There we go. So if I do that, can I have this raised up? So it sort of interferes. I need sort of like a smaller. Well, I guess I can do like a roof piece on that or something. There's a diner roof decoration, so I could maybe put that up top there, or something like that. It's the same piece. Drive through middle, drive through end. Yeah, these are sort of weird the way that they want these to go. We'll figure something out with those. So I've got to sort of decide what I want, what I want this path to look like, and I'm sort of thinking that maybe it's best if I finish with the station for now, and I actually edit. Well, I edit the track. That's not what I want to do. I'm done editing the track. I want to place an entrance, and maybe so it'll snap there, and then I can free move it, and then I can snap it there, and then I can sort of free move it again. I can free move it to the middle, but I'm going to have a shop there, so I need to sort of do it. I mean, I guess I can snap it there, and it'll look fine, because I got to put some walls around the shops, and then for the exit, I think I'll move it. I could put it there, because that's where the exit's actually going to be, but I could put it here as well, and it'll be just as functional, I suppose. It's auto-connecting that path there, so I'm just going to delete that for now. And maybe what I can do for the pass, now let's sort of figure out this queue deal. Because I think I'm going to have some sort of center pillar in here, or, well, I'm going to have my shop in here, but I might have some sort of decoration that sort of separates them. So I want the path to come off. So here's my queue. Let's just go with the asphalt at the moment, or this is the gray. Okay, so this is the gray. Let's turn off the railings for a minute, because we might put our own fences and things around them. That comes out to a decent point. If I come over here, it's not too bad. Yeah, I can't do that. I mean, I can do that, but if I go to 13, when I go over here, see, that's not going to be horrible, because now I can sort of do this. And I'll be able to make some sort of ramp that goes up the side. And railings on ground queues, maybe. Well, we haven't decided that yet. So this is sort of like not quite what I'm looking for anymore, as far as this goes. And What is our exit path gonna do? Because I don't think we can get that narrow as far as exit paths go. We want to do. Here's your standard asphalt. It's like pixel hunting here right now. It wants to just come straight off. Well, it's not quite straight off. It wants to do this sort of weird thing. Like I said, it's interesting the way the paths sort of work on this game. Like they almost do what you want almost all the time, and then there's a few times where they just don't do what you want at all. So this, let's go back to the building. And can we pull this sort of curved wall piece? Red needs to be yellow, and this needs to be teal. Can we pull this off? We can only sort of do that, otherwise it clips into where our shop's going to be. Okay, so that right there is the best we can do as far as getting that in there. Which actually, I don't mind that. We just need to make the queue. We need to make the queue sort of accommodate that, which I don't know if we're going to be able to do. It's like the queue is sort of cutting through. It's ever so slightly cutting through, but I think the way to get rid of that is to I think we can get rid of that. Actually, it doesn't look that bad. It's like ever so slightly not the way I want. We want to do the gray queue. Made it larger. And now if we do that, yeah, so that's fine right there. But now we've got this weird, we've got the steps there, which I wanted to avoid. So we can do the ramp sort of here. And actually what I can do, I think I will do this. At this point, let's get rid of this path here now that I kind of know what it's about to do. And I'm going to place the entrance, well, you know what, I'll place it here for now, and I'm actually going to put my shop in here. Edit building. Shops and facilities. Gift shops, hats fantastic, just a memento, loony balloons. We're gonna do the just a memento. And we're gonna do the just a memento right there. And now we're going to enclose it somehow. Let's go back to the building. And I think we're just going to use sort of the standard wall piece again, which, yeah, I sort of wish that the colors would, I sort of wish that the colors would just remember what you used last. But alas, they don't work that way. So I think we really want to do sort of this right here. we want to do this to sort of enclose our shop. So now that's sort of what we've got. What do we got for roof? We've got roofs. We've got these. Diner roof decoration 1, and it has nothing on it. It's very generic. Drive-through middle. See, they're counted as roofs, but they're not really like roofs. It's very weird. Align to surface. Let's turn position snapping off and align. Oh, so it does that. So we can do that and sort of have a big overhang. I mean, that's way too wide, I feel like. We've got the roof edges, which have the lights on them. I mean, that might look just fine. We can't put it back anymore. I mean, let's shrink our grid again. So I mean, we could have it overhang. We've got that, but I don't think we want that because now you're sort of into the station. I think you sort of want that. Can we do sort of the curved piece? So we could sort of do that, but then the neon lights right up there against the path. We don't want that. So we can sort of do that. Oh, I forgot to change the colors. I should do that. I think we make everything white on these. And then we want the teal on top and the yellow on the bottom. And we sort of have... I mean, I know that it's supposed to overhang, just like that. And that looks... I mean, that looks pretty cool. I don't necessarily have a problem with how that looks right there. And then I think we're going to use this decoration. I think we're going to use this up top somehow. I'm going to have to figure out exactly where that's going to go. I think it needs to go somewhere like that. See, we could even put it... Oh, we could even put it right on top like that, and that wouldn't look terrible. There's some options here, for sure. So I think we're getting close to where this episode needs to end. So let's see if I can just, Let's see, so if I build a path, my Q path, if my Q path comes off of here, yeah, I have some room if I do that and then make it 13 and sort of bring it out that way. Yeah, I have some room to definitely sort of move it over, so I think we shall. Let's go back to this. Select a ride, there we go. Place the entrance, and... Oh, see, it's snapping there. So that's the next closest. Oop. So that's the next closest I can get without it snapping there. Alt, Shift, Function, Control, none of these are letting me freely play. So once it gets close enough to snap, it just snaps. So that's okay. We'll figure out what we're gonna do with that maybe in the next episode. I did say an episode or two ago that I was gonna leave you in suspense for the test results of the ride, and that's exactly what I did, and then I never tested it in the next episode. So, let's close the Just a Memento shop for now. There's no reason to have it open at the moment. Let's ride our coaster. And I know we've already done this once. So we've got cinematic view, the seat, we've got the interest, which we've already seen. We've got the chase cam, we've got the look forward. We've got the front bumper. Let's do this front bumper view here. We haven't seen it from the front bumper view yet. We did the on-ride view of sorts, and we did the orbit view. So let's actually look at this, and then let's see if our test results actually come in at the end of this ride. Nice big drop, little straight section. Good smoothness here. Yeah, I feel like I want to put a tunnel down there at the bottom of that helix. Trick track! This is looking real good. Yeah, and I do want to put like some sort of I do want to put like an awning or cover over top of this brake run as well. Pretty much all the way into the station, I think, too. So now we'll come into the station, and we've got that nice open ceiling, which I think looks good. We'll have plenty of opportunities to do some lighting and stuff on that. So let's exit out of the coaster cam, and now let's see if we've got test results. We do! Alright. So, it's a decent coaster. Obviously, green is sort of where you want things to be in the green, which means, you want excitement to be 6 or higher. You want fear to be between 4 and 6, and you want the nausea to be as low as possible. So we're about 5 with the excitement, which isn't too bad. Because we still have a scenery rating of 0. Because the 0%, the scenery and everything ups your excitement rating, which is good a little bit, and it's sort of more of like an experience rating. So the fact that we don't have like the station and lights and we don't have the queues built yet, are sort of affecting that. A little bit, so things are probably going to get a little bit better. Track length 25, max speed is 50 miles an hour, biggest drop 85 feet, maximum negative G's is minus 0.7, which is good. Min forward G's 3 1/4, that's good. Airtime, almost 6 seconds of airtime, which is very good. And our track scenery rating is very low. We're obviously going to have trees and things. We're going to do sort of a cover over the brake run and things, and 7 instances of airtime, which is also very good. So obviously, as we add trees and everything, because right now it's just in a big empty field, as we add trees and maybe sort of our brake run cover and everything, that excitement rating is going to go up because our track scenery rating is going to go up, which is, a very important part of this game. So with that, I think I'll wrap this episode up here. I think we've made some decent progress on the station here. We've definitely got to figure out what we're doing with the queues. The queues are a little bit of an odd thing right now, and I'm not quite sure about if they're doing exactly what I want just yet. But here, we'll pause there. So at any rate, I think this is coming along pretty well, and I think we've got a good idea of what we have left. Before too long, we're going to be able to do lighting and things, which is going to be very, very exciting. So I'll leave you with the view of our station so far, with the train going up the lift hill during our test run. Thanks for joining me here on this episode of Planet Coaster, and I will see you in the next one.